What's up, y'all? Greg Boyd here. Hope y'all are good. Oh, the summer's coming. You know, I had a thought this morning, and the thought was about the Jackson 5. The Jackson 5. Yeah. I remember as a kid when the Jackson 5 came out. I was born in 67, so like they came out kind of like in 1970. I was a baby at the time, but by the time I turned about 5 or 6, Jackson 5 was fully into the cultural landscape of our childhood. And I'll tell you, for some reason I thought about them this morning, and I thought, man, I'll tell you, but people wonder, how big they were at that time. I have to tell you, it's kind of like a nuclear bomb going off in the neighborhood. That's what it was like. It really was. I mean, it's because you have to understand, like at that time, black kids didn't really have any what were considered heroes. So, like we had no real, kid heroes. I mean, a lot of the other groups had heroes. They had the Mickey Mouse Club, for example. That was Annette Funicello and all these, different characters. And Gidget and all these sort of movies about beaches and things like that. You had Kukla, Fran, and Ollie. I mean, you had all these like kids shows, but they didn't really include us that well. Well, they didn't include us at all, really. And black kids really didn't have any heroes at that time. And we had our parents' heroes. We had James Brown. We had Motown, things like that. But that was still grown folks' music in some ways. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got into it, but still was grown folks' music in a lot of ways. But when the Jackson 5 came out, all of a sudden, it's like little black kids had heroes, 5 of them, who all could sing, dance, were smart, spoke well, sang, had their own television shows, cartoons, and great music, great music. And I'm telling you, it did so much for young kids, young black kids in particular. It really did. Like young kids in general, but definitely young black kids, because it just made us realize, we were smart, and we were sharp, and we were cool, and we were stylish. And we knew that anyway, but to have that represented, on the major screens and distribution and, in the world was a major thing. It was a major thing. It was like Wakanda forever or something, but bigger in some ways because it was the first time it happened, because, I mean, there were no major child. There was like maybe one major child star before that, maybe 2. But they weren't like international, global phenomenons or anything like that, anything like that, So I don't know. I just thought about that this morning. I thought about that song, "The Love You Save," for example. Really cool lyrics, for a kid's song. It's super cool lyrics. So I don't know. I just thought about that today. In case you folks are thinking about Michael Jackson. I went and saw the film, by the way, which is a brilliant film. Oh, it's great. Yeah. Have a wonderful day and have a blessed day. Peace.